First of all, I would like to thank you for the opportunity to speak today. I greatly appreciated this opportunity and believe that my professional theoretical knowledge and practical experience will be enriching for you. I have been working as a university teacher at the Faculty of Law, Pan-European University in Bratislava for 18 years. During the governments of 3 prime ministers, I've served as an advisor of the government office of the Slovak Republic for the approximation of law. I'm currently also a lawyer, an independently legal praxis, and a member of Government Council for Crime Prevention. At the outset, it should be noted that the European Union leaves the area of criminal law in the exclusive competence of member states. There is a form here for member states to adopt a legal regulation that suit them. For this reason, the various areas of criminal law vary across the various member states. Some states have already legalized of the position of the certain types of drugs, especially marijuana, or the states decriminalized of possession of certain types of drugs, compensation of sentences, and criminal sanction. In this area, there is a relatively large difference in the legal regulations of the individual member states within the European Union. However, it's necessary to draw attention to some European initiatives aimed approximately the legal regulations on the punishment of drug crimes. The criminal law regulation of drug sanction is only broadly united mainly by Council Framework Decision 2004-757 of 25 October 2004, laying down minimum provision on the constituent element of criminal offenses and penalties in the field of illicit drug trafficking. It is cited at the outset the drug trafficking is the threat to health, safety, and quality of life of citizens, the European Union, as well as the legal, economic stability and security of member states. The framework decision builds off European Union strategy to combating drugs 2004, approved by the Helsinki meeting on December 1999, the European Union Action Plan to combating drugs approved the Santa Maria Council meeting on June 2000. The framework decision represents only minimum standards, the elements of the facts of drugs crime, and also a minimum standards for the satisfactioning of drug punishment. Work with the possibility of mitigating sentences for competition person who provide valuable information to state authorities about drug activities and their perpetrators. Work with the requirement for the confiscation of profits from drug crime. Definition of drug: any substance covered by the following United Nations Convention, Single Convention on Narcotic Drugs of 1969, Vienna Convention on Psychotropic Substance of 1971, also includes substances subject to control under the single action on new synthetic drugs. Precursors: any substance which are classified in community legislation implementing the obligations arising from Article 12 of the United Nations Convention against illicit traffic in narcotic drugs and psychotropic substance of 20 December 1908. Criminal sanction. Each member state shall take necessary measures to ensure that the following intention acts are punishable unless they are permitted. Production, manufacture, acquisition, preparation, offering, acquisition, preparation, offering for sale, distribution, sale, delivery, any condition, brokerage, dispatch in transit, transport, import of export of drugs, cultivation of opium, poppy, coca, and cannabis plants, possession of purchase of drugs with the intention of carrying out any of the activities listed on the later 8. Production, transport of distribution of precursors with the knowledge that they will be asset in the illegal production or for the illegal production or perpetration of drugs. Incitement, assistance, and theft can also criminal punished. The criminal liability of legal person of a drug-related offense shall be introduced. Sanction against legal entities for drug crimes are being introduced. Requirements for effective sentences, requirements for upper limit of 1 to 3 years imprisonment, requirements for sentences upper limit of 5 to 10 years if involve the large amount drugs, more seriously harm of helpfully of hard lead to harm to the healed several persons, and 10 years in the drugs crime in criminal group. Confiscation of seized drugs instruments used designated instruments proceeds in the form of money of property is requested. This is our minimum standard. They must be maintained in the member states. Beyond this, member states are in principle free to make any judgment that suit them. In relation to the definition of drug-related offenses, the definition introduced by the European Monitoring Center for Drugs and the Drug Addiction is also relevant. The aim of the center is to provide the community and its member states with factual, objective, reliable and comparable information at the European level on drugs, drug addiction and their consequences in the member states of European Union. Statistical, documentary and technical information is intended to help the community at its member states to obtain an overall overview of the situation in the field of drugs and drug addiction when they take measure of decide on action into your represented respective or areas of competence. The European Monitoring Center classified drug-related crimes, psychopharmacologically conditions crime, committed by person under the influence of an addictive substance as a result of its use, acute, chronic, economically motivated drug crime, compulsive crime. This criminal activity aimed at obtaining funds to purchase drugs or drugs for the purpose of sale with the aim of investing the proceeds in the purchase of exchange to drugs. 3. systemic drug crimes, criminal activity related to illegal drug trade, criminal activity associated with the establishing and control of the market, the elimination of competition, strengthening the position on the illegal market, drug corruption, violent crime, obtaining cover fee from official state representative of police, procurator's office, justice from the field of political life and murders. For criminal acts having the nature of violation of nation anti-drug legislation linked to specific regulation of drug handling. What action may be involved is very dependent on the national anti-drug policy applied. Anti-drug strategy in Slovak Republic 2021-2025 to achieve the goals to protect and enhance the well-being of society and individuals, to protect to public health, to provide a high level of security for the general public, and to ensure a multidisciplinary, integrated, balanced, and evidence-based approach to drugs issues. Elaborated in cooperation with the Ministry of Interior, Health, Justice, Education, Youth and Sport. The strategy focusing on reducing the demand for drugs, preventive strategies, and focusing on reducing the supply of drugs, repressive activities, criminal sanction. Criminal sanction from drug crime in the Slovak Republic, systematic classification in the criminal code, it's crime against life and health, criminal offenses threatening life and health, very severe penalties as in the case of murder, 20-25 life imprisonment for large amounts. Drug trafficking is graded according to quantity, but also according to the type of drug. Until August 2024, drug trafficking was punishable by the same penalties of murder, 25 years life imprisonment. Slovakia has not legalized drugs. Any position, even position from personal consumption is criminal. From August 2024, the position of various types of drugs, marijuana, cocaine, methamphetamine, heroin, will be distinguishing, with the criminality depending on the amount of drug found in combination with active substance. In the Slovak Republic, any position of drugs, including position for personal use, is crime. Even position of a minimal amount of drugs is crime punishment. This is also one model for solving drug crime. Any position in punishable minimum quantities with lower penalties, with larger quantities, penalty rates increase. We are moving towards decriminalization of drug to reduce criminal penalties. It has been shown that even severe penalties do not lead to achieving the purpose of punishment. On the contrary, prosecuting and punishing of dealers has led to the creation of more leaders because the demand for drugs in Slovak Republic is high. New challenges for the future. The chemical industry is constantly developing new drugs, new molecular composition for drugs that do not fall under the single European Convention on Drugs are constantly appearing. European legislation is constantly being supplemented with new molecular compositions of drugs. National legislation must also respond to this fact, and most new and newly discovered types of drugs to the legal regulation so that their possession and trafficking are also criminalized. Thank you for attention.